Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am Happy Space Pie, and this is City Skylines PlayStation Edition, PS4 specifically. I don't know if it ever came out on PS3, but yes, this is quite a fun game. It's filled a void for a lot of people that SimCity left, and I must say, I loved SimCity back in the day when I was a kid. And this is pretty damn good. It's just as addictive. So if you're looking for a city builder, I definitely recommend this. As you can see on the right hand side, I've only got 4 DLCs. They came free, so that was kind of cool. The Green Cities one, third along the line, that is kind of cool. I really like that. Match Day, that's cool. Adds a stadium and stuff like that. After Dark's okay. Night mode's hard to build, but you do get some really pretty photos. So, yeah, and the other one, the Japanesey, Asian-y looking symbol is, I believe that's just the park. It gives me the Japanese garden, which is quite nice. The residents do like that, but we'll get into that a bit more. What I'm going to do for you guys is I'm going to start a new city. So we're going to build a city together. You guys, please comment, leave some comments for me. And what we will do is we'll build this city together. I'll take some comments into advice, and yeah, we'll try to make something cool. I don't know. Oh, this one looks kind of cool. I don't know if I've done Cliffside Bay yet. That does look quite nice, especially with that big patch of yellow in the middle there. I think I might... 53% suitable build area. Oh, I like ones with more build area. For obvious reasons. You get more area to build on, so... Oh, that's quite nice. Foggy Hills? Yeah, we'll go Foggy Hills. And what I'm going to do for now... So I'm going to set the city name as YouTube City. And until we get a better suggestion along the lines from people, this will just be called YouTube City. So, water connections I'm not worried too much about for the time being. I just want to basically show a lot of the fundamentals of the game. It's what we're going to be looking at here, showing you how to get a decent start. So, hopefully I can do that for you guys. I don't want the day-night cycle, and unlock any cheats, it kind of takes the fun away from the game in my opinion, but unlocking all milestones and all money can be a lot of fun if you want to put your city planning to the test. So, if you are an experienced city... SimCity kind of player, you know what you're doing. It can be a lot of fun because you get all of the milestone buildings unlocked, and there is a lot of cool stuff to place once you've got the money for it. Like some really huge towers. You can even get the Eiffel Tower, and I believe the Statue of Liberty, depending on some of the DLC packs. But for now, let's give this a go. This should be fun. I've been playing this game for a while. It was one of the free games, which was really awesome. One of the free games on the PlayStation Network. I believe it was in the May downloads. So it was this one and Farming Simulator. I always download the free games. Chuck them in the library. You never know when you're going to want to play them. And this one, fell in love with straight away. So... it'll pop up info tips, and I'll leave it up for a little bit so you guys can do some reading. Also, you can pause it if you need more time. So yeah, let's start by building some roads and zoning areas next to them. Buildings will spawn on the zoning areas, and you will unlock new city services and buildings as your city grows. So yeah, milestones you'll see as we get there, but I believe the first one's 1,400 people, I think, or is it a couple of hundred? The beginning of the game can be a lot of fun. It can be a lot of work. So, what we're going to do is just jump straight into it. So pause the game straight away, because otherwise you're just going to be wasting your money. So here is the highway connection. So as you can see, there's a lot of land outside. A lot of land outside. Oh, cool. I get some farmland here. Yep, so build a road. That's the first thing it's going to tell me to do. And I will get to that. But first, I want to show you the info panel. So this shows you everything. So once you're using electricity and water, you know, sewage treatment, because you've got to make sure that you're pumping the sewage out. Otherwise, your people will get sick. So there's lots of things in this info panel. You know, fire hazards, crime rate, jail capacity. So, you know, eventually you will build a prison. Yes, it's going to keep telling me to build a bloody road. Education. The one I want to show you, I'll get down to it, is this one. So this shows you where all your natural resources are. So there's some trees. There's a lot of farming here. I've got some trees over this side, and that even looks like... oh, no, that's just dense trees. So as you can see, there's no oil, there's no ore, but there's trees, and there's farming. So what we're going to do is, very simply, I'm going to stretch this highway. Yep, so you can zoom the camera in and out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring the highway down the middle here. I'm just going to use a dirt road to start with because it's the cheapest, and until the city grows, I'll upgrade it then. We'll probably build here for the main city area, industrial and stuff, close to the water. So that'll be good. I believe the roads are cheaper than pipes, and that way I can span out. I can have a lot of industrial over here for the farming when we unlock it, and the forestry, because they're the first two industries we will unlock. So to start with, I can have a small industry area here next to the river. That will disappear eventually as we expand. But for now, let's get into the fun stuff. First thing you got to do is lay a road. And because you only get one road to start with, easiest thing to do, you come straight across there. Just connect it up. As you can see, more roads have now been unlocked. See, 6-lane roads, 4-lane roads. Highways, not yet. We do have small roundabouts, which are handy, but I've learnt how to build the roundabouts. Yes, we can bulldoze stuff by pressing X, highlighting sections of road. Not just that, but you can bulldoze trees and things like that. There is a tree count in the game. Toll roads as well, they will come in handy once the city grows. But for now, as I said, we are just going to build dirt roads. So I'm just going to leave that connection there. So yes, you can see angles, grid tools. When connecting to an existing road, you can see the angle at which the road connects. So I'm going to also show you this. You can build curve roads, freeform. This is where you upgrade roads. You can change direction of one-way roads if you've laid it the wrong way. I haven't had to yet repair roads, so we'll see if I ever get to that. But yeah, that curved road function is very, very handy. I might even use it now just to start with. So, as you can see on the highway, one way in, one way out. So that comes in handy later. So as I said, I'm just going to go straight down to that group of forests. So let's do one stretch, and yeah. So you can lay straight roads with the curved road tool. That is not a problem. So let's go out to there. I know it looks like I'm wasting a bit of money doing this, but as I said, it'll be beneficial in the long run. So keeping them parallel to each other. Very nice. Very nice. Alright, so there's our first dirt roads. Now, it says bulldoze. We can bulldoze. I might show you how to do that just for the sake of it. So here we go. We could bulldoze. Can we bulldoze? There we go. Bigger area. Will it let me? No, it won't. Zoning tool. I'll show you that later. No, not letting me bulldoze that bigger area. Let's zoom it in. I think individually, one by one. Goodbye, trees. Ha ha ha. I am man. I can bulldoze things. Trees, be gone. So yeah, later in the game, this will come in handy because I haven't reached it yet, but there is a tree count. And apparently if you just build over the trees, it will later come to bite you. But that's for people that build Uber cities. I haven't got past 100,000 yet, so that's just giving you a bit of idea of where I'm at. Alright, so let's design our first bit of town. Now, what I like to do is I like to have roundabouts. So, let's just start here, okay? And we'll come out one full square, and then you go one full square down. And if you do that over and over again, making sure you keep it straight and snap it to the same point each time, you can see it's lined up. Bang. Do it again. Yep. All the way up. Get rid of that frickin' thing. I might have to turn them off, seeing as though I am giving the tips. So we go like that, and we have ourselves a nice big roundabout. Roundabouts later on we will make one way, and that'll be cool for the sake of traffic flow. So let's connect that one to there, and try to do the same with this one. I snapped it from the point, so we'll go straight up, curve around, bang. Very nice. Okay, so we have the shaft and one giant ball sack. I didn't mean to make it out that way, but that's what we have right now, and that's what we're going to work with. Okay, give me a second. How do I do that? Tutorials log options. Yeah, autosave, chirper, 10 minutes. Where do we find that thing? Controls, audio, crest, reset, unique building unlocking? I have no idea what that is. Chirper messages are fun. Oh, there we go. In-game guide pop-ups. Thank you. So that'll get rid of those stupid things. Alright, so, as I said, we are going to build down this side first and span out to the left and right. So, to start with, I want a road coming off my roundabout. Should I do a straight road to start with? Yeah, we'll just come straight out down here, bang, and now I can be cute, and we can come out like this, and make a nice big arced road, like that, to follow the coastline. Alright, I like doing that. It helps the city have a more natural layout if you spread around the coast. Also makes it easier for placing bits and pieces. You'll have ferries and stuff later on down the track, but it's also good for real estate value. So the higher your land value, the more people will want to live there. And that eventually, after it's done being an industry area, will be a nice little waterfront apartments once we get high density. But for now, let's do like this. We're going to come up this way. So we'll do a little grid city to start with. Go bang out, come across to there, and then come down. Do I want the intersection there? No. Too many intersections like that make trouble. So let's just keep following this coastline. And then we will do a nice little curvy curve to join in with that one. Yes. Okay, now we can do up here with an intersection. Come straight through the middle. Not all the way to the end though. We don't want it to join. Now off here we'll have just a couple of little roads. Not joining. Just a couple of little roads. Now you can see the autosave feature working there. That's kind of nice. So we'll do one from here. Let's come up and through, but not joining. And should I go from the dot? That was from the dot. Yeah, we'll go from the dot, because we've got to go back the other way as well. So you can do curves, as I said, but I'll get into the pretty stuff later. Now, from here, four-way intersections aren't too good And too many T-junctions together don't work either. So this one here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go from here. We'll go up to the middle, across to about here, and then down and join there. So that's not, I mean, it seems like it's close, but that will work, especially once that road gets upgraded. So yeah, for now, that's really everything we need to do. So as I said, we need to zone some stuff, but firstly, the important things. We need power, we need water. We're not going to get very far if we don't have those things. So let's put a power plant in down here. Far away from the city, because that's going to cause pollution. That's what I should have done. See that red ring? That is not suitable for living. It's noise and it's pollution. So we keep it far, far away. Second thing we want, you use your L1 or R1 as you can see to switch over, and this is where you get your water pump. So you want to see those arrows, you want to place your water pump upstream from your sewage pump. If you do it the other way around, if you put the sewage pump here, your water pump there, you will be pumping sewage water into your town's water supply. And that ain't nice. I recommend going straight for this one. Comes with the Green Cities one. It is the Eco Outlet, and I just place it as far down on the side of the map as possible. Get it away from my peoples. Okay, we want some water pipes, so let's connect these two straight away. That sound means that your water pipe has connected properly. So it is good to play with sound on. Now, you want to make sure everything is within water supply. I'm even going to space a little bit out like that just to make sure he is in that bubble. Alright, so everything you want to build on has to have water. Otherwise your people is not going to be happy. So you can follow the roads. It gives you a little overlap, but it always means if you expand a little bit by one road, you should be covered. But it is something that I check quite often before I start building stuff. I always check my water supply. Get that connected up first, and you make sure you don't have any issues. So I've got all of that space covered now. You can connect it back up. It does help with flow eventually, so why not do it now? Alright, so I had 70,000 to start with. I'm now left with 25,920. So that's not too bad. We've got everything hooked up. Now what we want to do is we want to zone some, well, residential's the important one, so we'll start with that. Now, there's a few tools you can use. You can use a fill tool, which will fill the area, whole area. Sometimes you don't want to do that. Sometimes you want to just select a patch. So you can go like this and goes, I want to use that 3x4 grid. And then that's doing it pressing X and holding X to lay it, holding square. You don't have to go to the dezoning. You can dezone it yourself by pressing square. There is this dezoning tool over on the side, so you can dezone big patches. It does come in quite handy later down the track. So for now, we're going to lay in some houses. I think this block here is going to be commercial though, so I'm just going to dump that. It's nice and easy. It'll just build itself, and let's do the same with these. Let's just dump them all like that. Leave a little buffer. We'll leave a little buffer for now. It is good to leave buffers in between because there are parks and other utilities to come. As you can see down here, health and education, reach a population of 440. So that is pretty much the next milestone. Then 900, then 2,400. Leisure, they're the parks and stuff like that at 1,400. So, yeah. And then you get some unique buildings at 900 they unlock as you go further. Landscaping is fun. I will want to show you stuff with the landscaping tool later because footpaths are a city's best friend. I will utilize a lot of these streets that aren't connected like that to just put a footpath straight through the end so pedestrians can walk through. I will also, in other videos, show you how to upgrade roads to have pedestrian crossings in them. So, yeah, there's lots of cool stuff to do in this game. You can do anything, really. You can rename streets. I'm just going to leave them for now. They're all pretty generic, but they suit towns, so, you know, highway. Is that what I'm going to turn you into eventually, to cross the river? Who knows? Who knows? We will see where this goes, but this is a good start right here. Right here, this is a pretty good start. Okay, so what we want to do now is we've zoned some residential, we've zoned some commercial. So green, residential, there's your high density once we unlock it. Blue is your commercial. We have industry, you know, the workforce of the community, and then you unlock offices later. So office buildings take up industry demand. They don't pollute as much. So, but you do need higher educated workers. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do that. I'm just going to put in a couple of blocks of industry. We will need power. So what I will do is I will get some power lines, because the blue zones is things that have or need power. You can build them in water. Have I got land front there? I do, I believe. So let's stretch straight across here. I'll zoom out a bit. There we go. So just drop it in. That will eventually connect up. So we will want power up here eventually. Let's just see how things go. Now let's run the game. I've been paused this time because, as I said, it just wastes money. So there we go. Local power plant. Maybe I'll get my TV working again. Hashtag reality shows 24/7. Ha 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 ha. All right, and there you go. See, we can see that I am losing money. Electricity produced is 40 megawatts, and I'm currently using bugger all. I'm using 0. Says it's got no power. See those blue lines? Zap, 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 zap. And then that bubble disappears. So that bubble is very handy. That will tell you if you're having any issues with your city. You'll have different bubbles pop up, and they will let you know different things. And here we go. There's our first patch of residential. So we can pause the game right now. Now that we know where the residential is building, let's stretch up a power line. We'll go to here. And because I've built nothing in the middle there, if it lets me, thank you. 1 and 2, or should I go this way? Let's go this way. We got some blank, yeah, beautiful, right in there. If you do lay power lines here, I will show you. I'll lay a power line this way. We'll go from here. See how it takes away the squares? And then press the square button. Gives you the border around the screen. That's your demolish window. Let's take that back. And the squares return. Alright, so we have power now. So that area should zap up in a second. What I'm going to do, hold down L3. Okay? It speeds the games up a bit. Times 2, times 3. Running quite fast now. Let's go back to times 1. But yeah, we have power in our city, which is really nice. Now what I'm also going to show you is the economy panel. I pressed right on the D-pad to get to that, but I'll do it again so you can hover over stuff. Info views, transport rights, milestones, policies. I'll show you policies later. City info, radio. I don't use radio. Areas, that's where you buy more space around your border. The white dotted line. And economy. Economy will be one of your best friends later. So to start with, we got bugger all happening in the city, you know. Nobody's here. So let's turn these all the way down, alright? We have no need for power. Now, if you're playing with the night cycle on, press triangle and turn your power down here as well. Turn everything down. Water, power, whatever. Anything that you know isn't going to be used as much. And especially with your cycles. Night times, especially if you've got some zoning things on, they will, you know, need to be turned down because things don't happen as much at night. So yeah, there's lots of things to think about. Lots of different bits and pieces in this game. And you'll see on the right hand side there, expenses on the right, income on the left. We're not making any money at the moment, but that's okay. That'll change quickly. That will change quite quickly. So yeah, you can adjust taxes later. There's also loans to take if you needed them. And sometimes the government, or I think the government it is, I've never had to use it, but friends of mine said that they bail you out if you get too far in the negative. But yeah, otherwise, you'll see how much you're making of everything as you go. There's more information here in your income and expenses panel. So yeah, lots of cool stuff to look at. So now, this is just a bit where you can watch your city grow. You know, just sit back, do your thing. So usually I run it on fast speed, but what I'm going to do for you is I'll just show you it in a little bit. So we'll catch you guys shortly. Look at the city grow. Look at it. Look at it go. All the people. All the people. Yes. Alright, so I've just expanded up the top here with those two streets running parallel to each other, trying not to make the intersections too close, and T intersections work best. You know, less traffic. Instead of 4 coming into each other, just run with T's. Trust me, it'll work the best. So yeah, we've got our city growing. Down the bottom right hand corner of the screen, you can see the green bar and the blue bar. The green bar is that demand for your residential, blue bar, commercial, and you can see that growing in there right now. And the orange bar, as you can see, it's just starting to grow. That's our industrial. So is that going to start popping up down here? Let's have a look. There we go. And there's the first industrial building. So yeah, as you can see, the city is growing quite nicely. We're, you know, gaining people. You know, they're coming in slowly. We're at 183, but it's moving a lot faster because we are on ×3 speed. Let's go back down to ×1 speed. Normal speed, Evan. Come on, Hap, get your shit together. So yeah, we still have a slight demand for commercial. They're happy for the residential at the moment, and we have some extra spots allocated so when the demand grows, they can grow automatically. I laid the pipes up there, so don't worry about that. Commercial, they've got enough to keep growing, but what I might do is go over to our handy select tool, and actually, yeah, I'll select this side. What you want to do is run it from, if you start there, that's the corner it will face. So let's go like that, because I want to leave that top section for a footpath. I will teach you guys about footpaths. So let's go a block of 6 there, and this one can have the whole 8. There we go. Little gaps are nice also for trees and stuff as well, but big blocks can work well. You will see. You will see. Let's put a dirt road coming through here and link it up to our industry area. So let's come a little further out. Might come to there. Let's go straight out to that one. And now I'm going to do, whoop, see, there we go. Our first signs have come up. They have sewage problems. So, notice I was very quick on the trigger there to pause the game. What we're going to do here is bring this road through, like so. There we go. So, industry connection road laid. So that is essentially our first, oh, that's our problem right there. See, I forgot something. The amount of times I've played this game, and I still forgot something. I didn't power up this happy little bugger down here. So they were getting water, but they weren't getting any sewage. Well, they're not getting, but the sewage wasn't flowing. Well, that should sort that out. And if that goes too far, see it's red, it starts as a yellow icon. Like these ones up here, they're white. It'll go white, I'm pretty sure it goes to yellow. But yeah, you'll see them start disappearing in a second. Come on. Come on, it should be getting its power. There we go, it's got its power. And those icons should start disappearing. Why are these icons not disappearing? Yeah. Boop, 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 boop. There we go. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop. Cool. Alright. Well, that's done now. Alright. The next thing I'm going to do is actually upgrade these main roads coming in. We can stick with the dirt roads, but what I want for this section here, I'm going to show you how to upgrade roads. We're just going to go to these two-lane, one-way roads. So they're going to help traffic flow in and out. Because as you can see, these guys are kind of defying what I wanted. I didn't want them to use that. I didn't want them to use that to come down this one. That's going to be our out road. Alright? So we'll leave that as it is so they can turn around. So, should I even do that one? Should I make it so they can only U-turn around? Because they can't come in. They're going up and out. Well, let's just do it. Yep. Alright, so they do come up. They can only go out. So what we want to do is start down here. And go bang. Now that is a one-way road leading up. Bang. Bang. Now. Aha, there we go. So now it's leading in the other direction. So we will need to change this direction eventually. So what we'll do is we'll run it up and connect it. There we go. Now, do the same, calming down, calming down, calming down, calming down, calming down, calming down, calming down. And we're down. Alright. Road. So I did it, in and out. So, change direction. Very simply, that one's in, and this one is now out. That icon means your highway road is not connected properly. So, it's good. They give you little warnings. So there we go. Road in, road out. Now, what I'm also going to do is I'm going to turn this into a one-way roundabout. Because I love one-way roundabouts. Yep, thank you. Thank you. Let's just go all the way around, shall we? There we go. We have slight demand for more industry, so let's go lay out a couple more blocks down here. Only one block hasn't grown yet. We don't want to bring this too close because that will affect pollution for our town. So what we'll do is we'll come down to this dirt road. Got to go back. Remember, you can't just go straight from it. So we'll come up here. Okay. So, and because they're right behind the power plant, we can just go straight to our fill tool. Bang, 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 and you two. The little one. We'll see what the little one turns into. That'll be interesting. So yeah, we got an industry area. That'll grow as we go. So, let's go upgrade. Bang. Let's give this a 2-lane road. There we go. Just to help the traffic flow along that street. Industry, they can move slow. They don't need to travel fast. So yeah, as you can see, it takes a while for things to happen in the early stages. So I might do a few cuts here and there. You know, I won't drag you guys along for the whole ride because, God, the first video would go for hours. So I want to keep them snappy, you know. I want to give you guys around an hour per video. You know, and full of stuff happening. You know, it's early days at the moment, so I'm content to show you what it's like just for gameplay ability. But as you can see, this is working quite nicely now. They're all coming down. There might be sneaky ways to break traffic. I might just be able to make this section here connecting to the roundabout one way. Because on the PlayStation version, they don't have as many mods as what you have on the PC version. PC version is much more user-friendly. You can go in and click on your roads. There's something called Traffic Manager, so you can adjust turning lanes yourself and things like that. So we kind of got to break the game here and there with the PlayStation. So if it doesn't work, and if traffic does start turning left there, we will put in a one-way road. Just to break it and get that turning arrow away so they can only turn right going up that way. So yeah, that's something we'll look at later. But as you can see, that residential demand is starting to grow. And we didn't connect enough water. But yeah, as you can see, things are happening. And we are ding in the green. Our budget has just gone into the green. That is wonderful. Let's take a quick look at our economy. So, 50, 50, 50. Let's go to the info view. So you go to the top one, that's your power. We're using 5 of 10. I will up that when our city doubles in size. And water, we are fine for at the moment. 7,000 of 30 for water pumping, and sewage is around halfway, so that's still fine. So for every water pump, we will need 2 eco-sewage drains. That is fine. We can work with that. So demand for residential starting to kick in a bit. Industry is starting to grow again. Alright, so let's follow him. There we go. So you click the follow button. And this is kind of fun. Press your touchpad. Ah, cinematic mode. Just watch him as he goes. Meep, meep, sorry lady. I'm going up this street. She is too. Ah. She must work up here as well. But see, people they're eager to walk. Wow. He wants to push bike to the industry. They want to walk to the industry. They don't think it's too far. Good to know. Go, son. You got this. Oh, he's going up the hill. Oh, there we go. Oh, he got up the hill. There we go. Crosses the street. That might be a good spot for a crossing then. Hint, hint. He's just told me where they want to automatically cross, so yeah. So yeah, you don't need to put footpaths in. Oh, bike just disappears and in he goes. Off to work. So yes, our demand is growing. Commercial, residential and industry. They have pretty much built everything up here. And this is pretty much done as well. So what we might look at doing now is expanding a little more. So back to our dirt roads. I'm going to use these dirt roads to start with because they seem to be good enough. They seem to be good enough for the interim period. Let's chuck a little bit more commercial in. Now I don't know if I want to fill that strip, so let's choose that and go with our select tool. And let's just run a couple of blocks. I want a 4x4 here because I want to leave room for a footpath in between there because that's where an intersection's already in place. So let's utilize that for what it is. We'll go one there. These ones we're going to separate for a bit of aesthetic value. Okay, one there. Maybe a 4 block there. 4 block here. And a 3 block here. And we can still get the footpath on the side of it. You don't need 2 squares, you only need 1 square. Alright, fine. We'll make that a 3 block then. Just to make the gap symmetrical. There we go. And I can put a block in here. But see, we've got some spaces there. They haven't filled it yet. So I don't know. We'll see how it grows. Might as well do some industrial. Always industrial. Alright, so yeah, let's just fill it. And then I'll check my water. Let it grow as it wishes. And what the hell is that? Oh, it's the start of a house. Alright. Of course, they got to put concrete down first. Yeah. Alright, so things are starting to grow quite nicely. Now, parked cars. I'll help you deal with parked cars because there are certain roads that you can lay that will not allow cars to park on the side, such as... Actually, I won't go into it now. Such as nothing. Don't you bloody worry about it right now. I'll freaking tell you later. But as I said, there's lots I want to do and show you. But for now, we've got a good start here. Everything's moving along nicely. Things are picking up. I'm going to speed this up a bit. And what we will do is we'll come back in a little bit and see where things are. Alright, so we've got our first culprit. Look at this dude. Huh? What are you? What are you? Huh? You're an ore truck coming in from importing ore products. Importing means you've come from out of town and you've used that road coming down there. So we've already encountered our first truck doing that. So that was quicker than I thought. One-way road time. Right up here. Upgrade. This little nugget is gone the wrong way. Turn it around. So now they can turn right. They can't turn left. I'm sorry if you were going somewhere, but yeah, you're going to have to deal with that, mate. That's not my problem anymore. So there's that. And see, there's a crossing. So it has put a crossing in for us at the break of that road. So a one-way road to a two-way road gives you a crossing. That's kind of cool. We're making a couple of $100 a week, you know. We're up to almost tree fitty. Tree fitty, we just passed it. Drunk bedroom furniture shopping can lead to waking up to just one nightstand. That is correct, I guess. Some of the tweets can be random and funny as hell. So yeah, that industry's built up and it's starting to cry out for more. How about I just do that now anyway? I'm thinking about it. It means it's going to happen. Let's just go, no, you fool, straight up from here to about there. And then a curved road from there over to about here. Now those landmarks, bulldozing it won't really matter to me, but they just cost money, you know, to replace if you were going to replace it in that spot. But for now, yeah, I don't care anyway if I was going to bulldoze it. But that says that's in line. I am going to bulldoze it because it's in my way. Goodbye, Senor Doc. So yeah, because we've got a little row of industry for the back and a big row for the front. So, water. I just want to be safe. Let's go over to there. There we go. So now we do know that it is all covered. Drop some more industry in smaller blocks up here for a bit of different stuff. We can't get that whole block. We won't worry about that corner. We'll lay this whole strip too because it'll grow. Like you can see, the demand is there. We've got our street. We've got Industry 101. And look, they're starting to span across the street as well. So this area is growing quite nicely. But let's get this game going again because we're really close here. And with the way things are going, the areas we've got mapped out, it should not be long at all until we hit that milestone. No, we want to keep that up. See, it's growing. We're at 414. Come on. 413. Must have been a workplace accident. 415. Wife just had a baby and now there's a single mum in town with 2 kids. Sorry, lady. It's just the way it is. I hope that wasn't that fella on the bike. Oh, that just made me a little sad. Come on, I want to get 440. I'm pretty sure that was that first milestone. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. I don't want to speed the game up too much. Because, you know, there's not much happening. I just realised I should move around and show you guys stuff. Different angles, different views. There we go. So, the new features we have available to us. Taxes and loans. So we can up the taxes. We can borrow money. I might even do that to start with so I can play some stuff around. We have the garbage. We have Healthcare und Educat Ion. So, new buildings, landfill site, elementary school, medical clinic, recycling centre, and a community school. So, with the Green Cities DLC, it gave us this recycling centre and the community school. So, the community school is an alternative to the elementary school. And there's one for each of high school and university as well. So, it's kind of cool to, you know, give a bit of diversity to your city by adding these in. We will run a landfill site straight away because people need to get rid of their crap. So yeah, let's get this going. We will slow the game back down. Slow the game back down. Pause it right now. Because we got some work to do. As you can see, we just got a little chunk of money. We got 26,000. Let's go to economy. Budget's fine for now. We're making money, as you can see. So let's go to taxes. Let's up them. 11% is a good place to sit. If you start making heaps of money, you can drop your taxes more. The lower your tax rate is, the more attractive your city is, ideally. So, I don't know. Maybe we stay at... We go like this. 10% for that, and 11 and 11. So, we'll try to get people to move in, and then tax them once they start working and buying stuff. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how we go. That's what I didn't do. Economy. So, left trigger, or right trigger. First loan is available. Another 20,000. It's going to cost us $403 a week. Can we afford $403 a week with our current budget? Well, considering that budget was before we upped the taxes, it was sitting at 9%, and we upped them to 10 for the green residential, 11 for commercial, and 11 for industry. So we should start making a bit more money. We've already got a income of, what's that, 500, so around 450 a week. So yeah, it is, putting the taxes up will just cover that weekly cost. So let's do it. Let's take it. Now, what we also have to realize is that placing these things is also going to eat into our economy. Now, there's two ways we can go here. Cheap and easy, landfill site. Or go green from the word go. It'll cost us 16,000 of the 46 we have to go green. And I'm not going to do it. Not just yet anyway. So we're going to get this right out away from town. I'm actually going to put it up here. So we will have power connected from power lines running next to it. I just want to make sure. There we go. So that should work quite nicely. Now the next ones was healthcare and education. Here we go. So our first medical clinic will cost us 10,000. We want to put that in up here near the residential, you know, feeding the community. As you can see, all the green streets are the ones that are covered. So if we don't have, see which way it faces on the road. It's currently facing the commercial side. Now it's facing the residential side. So you can see the color of that fade. And up on the street as well. Up here on the waterfront, you can see that is now lit. So we might have to go this side and down here. And that should cover a really good chunk. So we'll do that for you. Now, our first school. We will go a basic elementary school because the other one costs an extra 2,000. I know I've got it at the moment, but we want to keep a little buffer. You know, we don't have room to chuck it in here, which is unfortunate, but the closer you have it to your residential, the more you can educate them. And our residential is all up here at the moment, so we'll have it right there, I reckon. Bang, it's in. Happy faces. So, the more services you have in the area, the more your houses can upgrade. But essentially, we have just given our community what it needs. It has medical, it has garbage removal, and it has an elementary school. Look at that. Isn't it nice? A little parking lot at the front door. It's so cute. Might put a park next to it, you know, once we unlock that. But for now, that is what we have. I know it hasn't kicked in just yet, but we're going to turn this right down. We don't have that big a population. We're going to go to 65. I know I don't have night cycle running. This is my OCD. I have to have them even. I have to have them even. Medical will go to 75. And education, I'm going to keep up there. I want my people to be smarts. I want them to have the smarts. There you go. Mayor supports education. The citizens prove this. No more homeschooling. Yep. Palming it off to the government. Oh my god. That means I'm the man. So yeah, as I said, you can see that that green income of ours is starting to fluctuate now. What, we're down to 494? It is dropping slowly, but we have demands for things. So instead of letting it wait out, I don't like doing that. I like getting shit going. So we want to keep expanding while the going's hot. And we'll bring this T road down this way. Like so. Should I branch off from the school? No, I think that's a bit too close. I can just do a loop-de-loop around. Actually, I might just do 2 offshoots, actually. Now I am thinking about it, reconsidering, and we will just run it like that. There we go. You know, it looks neat. They've got room to move. I'm always double checking. Yep, so it's watered up. Good. Good, good. Alright, so let's lay some residential, and it should be still within that schooling area. What are we going to do up here? What are we going to do up here? I'm going to put in a roundabout. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put in a roundabout. So, up this way, we have these things. Handy intersections. Big clover leaf for the highway. I like these ones. 3-way intersection. As I said, 3-way intersections work the best. It's cheaper than the clover leaf, and it looks good. So we have a small roundabout for $2.5 grand. We have a large roundabout for $7,680. Now, I don't remember how much it cost me to put that roundabout in. So, like when we built that one there. But this one is going to be mapped out one way, ready to go. As you can see, it's a little smaller. It's a little bit smaller, so this could work quite well for this little residential area. Now, do we want it like that? Do we want to turn it? See, left and right on the D-pad is turning, and what you can also do, up and down on the D-pad, up, raises it. So you can have your highway, which is probably what I'm going to do eventually, will be raised so I can build stuff under it. But that's not what we want right now. What we want right now is to turn it like so. That one? That one? That one? Where's the happy spot? Where's the happy spot? I actually think it's that one. I think it's that one. Alright, so. Bam, it's dropped in. Okay, I can't take it back. I'm sorry. So I know that's an upgraded road, but we are going to upgrade roads eventually, and this is what we're running with for now. So back to our roads. Left trigger all the way back. We might as well connect these up. So you to you, bang, thank you. You to you, bang, they're in. Alright. Now, do we want to be cute and branch into this area? I think I do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run a one-way street through here. There we go, one-way street. And then put our main street coming off it. Now, this can start eating at people, and it's eating at me already. Go to freeform. Do it like that, do it like that. I think I didn't do it properly. Do it like that, do it like that. Alright, so this is where we might have to go like this. Snapping options. Turn these off. Alright, so we're going from the middle. We're coming down here, and we are going to there. Thank you. See? Not bad. Not great, but not bad. Alright, so we've got ourselves a little area. As I said, this will probably all become high density eventually, so that roundabout's going to be really handy in the long run. And that street there, that might turn into a commercial street, you know, little one-way avenue. But for now, house it up, boy. Alright, so for now, let's resume gameplay and let it do its thing. Not much of a demand for commercial, we have a lot of that laid out. Residential, we have just laid out. And industry is down there doing its thing. There's enough laid out in the middle bits for that to grow, and as you can see, they are using that road, which is perfect. I don't know what you're going to... Oh no, that's right, that's a one-way street. So you guys can get out up here. So commercial can flow out. If there's something coming from our industry that needs to go in, it can. Or maybe I should do the same there and make that a one-way street. All these little intersections, I might do that. I might make them one-way roads going up and in. Going up and in. So that way traffic can't flow any further past it. But, as I said, that's stuff I'm going to look at once traffic develops. For now, things are going really, really nicely. We've hit our first milestone, and the city is growing. We have our education in. We have the primary school, we have the medical centre, and we have the rubbish dump. Eventually we will empty that rubbish dump and replace it with recycling centres. But as I said, it was the cheapest option for now. I wanted to keep some money in the bank, just in case we dropped into the red while the city was growing and we were educating people. But for now, things seem to be going really well. You know, things are growing. So yeah, this might be a good place to wrap this one up. Thank you for joining me in YouTube City. I am Happy Space Pie. I hope you've joined me for the next episode, where we'll continue to grow YouTube City. And as I said, over the first few episodes, I want you guys to comment. You know, give me some inspiration for a city name. Have a look at the area. Think about, if you know me as a person, think about who I am, what I might like as a city name, or just give me some random stupid ideas. There might be like a City McCity face that wins or something like that, you know. We might create a YouTube phenomenon. So who knows? But for the time being, this has been Happy Space Pie building YouTube City on City Skylines PS4 edition. Thanks for joining me. We'll catch us all next time.